Oh, big news right now. Apple has officially hit Epic Games where it hurts the most, and that is they have removed their top of the line Fortnite game from their app store, and it's not looking very good for both Apple and Epic Games, because Epic Games have gone out of their own way to give Apple the middle finger by suing them for a huge sum of money. And we're gonna go over this right now. You see, Apple hasn't had any good week, to be honest, apart from their business that is still doing well, but Apple is just under scrutiny from so many brands. Apple is being sued left, right, and center by many brands, and it's not looking very good for Apple. Yesterday, I reported another brand suing Apple, a telco brand called Optics Technology sued Apple. I think it was yesterday. Now, Epic Games is now suing Apple for removing Fortnite from their Apple Play Store. And let's go over the article that actually dropped this just about an hour ago. So Apple removed Fortnite from its Apple Store on Thursday after the game's developer Epic Games revealed that the players could buy the in-game currency V-Bucks at a discount if they circumvented purchasing through the App Store. This is not looking very good. I do not like reporting bad news on this channel because it's not really something I like doing, but it's something that has to come out. Apple released a statement explaining that Epic broke its developer agreement by allowing this as unlocked features in an app that require payment and must be handled via the platform's in-app purchases, therefore giving Apple a cut of the revenue. So technically, it was looking like is that Epic Games try to boycott Apple's Play Store or App Store, whatever they call their own App Store. I don't really use Apple devices. So they try to boycott Apple devices to sell their game, their Fortnite, to intending buyers to avoid paying charges to Apple. From the way it's looking like, Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments that apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. Apple goes on to say, will make every effort to work with Epic to resolve these violations so they can return Fortnite to the App Store. Currently, the game still seems to work and receives updates if it's already installed on your iPhone. So it's looking like you can purchase the game, but from what is going on right now, it's out of the App Store on iOS. I think it's going to be a problem. If an iPhone user has not already downloaded the app, there seems to be no way to access it at the moment. And searching for the game yields no results at all. It seems Epic Games was planning for this as moments after the title removal from the App Store, the company filed a lawsuit against Apple. So it's not looking good. There is a lawsuit in place right now, and they go on to say the legal papers requesting an injunction against Apple's decision to remove Fortnite argues that Apple's App Store practices are monopolistic and anti-competitive. Um, you see, I really do not see a way I can side with Epic Games on this, even though I'm not a fan of Apple. The reason being that Apple already has a set of guidelines that runs their app store. And if you're a game developer or a studio that makes games, you need to abide by their rules. Apple did not come to Epic Games to work with their rules. Epic Games came to Apple to work with their own rules and put their game on their service. So I can understand the the gravity of the situation that could cause why Apple removed Fortnite from their app store. And I think this is a problem on Epic Games, not necessarily Apple, even if it looks like Apple wants to be monopolistic, as they rightfully say it is. The truth is, Apple has always been like that. You see, there's a reason why so many brands have been trying to sue Apple for many patent infringements, and that is because Apple tends to take things that people don't really notice that has been already made by other unknown brands, and they regurgitate the same thing, and it becomes a trend. It becomes more or less like a patent that they set up in the first place, and which is not true. This is what Apple has been doing for some time, and a lot of people are now suing and calling them out for that. And I can understand when somebody infringes on Apple's right that they deserve to do something about that. Um, Honestly, this is not going to look good for either of the two parties involved. Um, Fortnite announced on their Twitter account that the game would host a screening of a short film in its party royale mode entitled 9080 Fortnite, and it's probably a jab from what they're saying. It's like a diss to Apple's historic 1984 commercial for the original Macintosh. That's yes, that spoke against some of the practices many accuse the company of exercising themselves today. So the thing here is that Epic Games wants to. I don't know what is going to happen here is that Epic Games is not really a small brand, but they are no in no way Apple level. They're still a baby in terms of brand recognition to Apple. Apple is a multi-trillion-dollar company, and it's a that you just can't fight that giant. At least money for money, but I would probably just say Epic Games need to work something out with Apple, because I don't see how they will win this case. Really, I don't really see any way they are going to win this case against Apple, because this is on Apple's terms, and it's looking like they breached contract. And they try to boycott Apple, which is not really a thing you do in business, especially if your app is on their app store. I don't think this is a good move by Epic Games. Epic Games have defied the Apple Store monopoly in retaliation. Apple is blocking Fortnite from a billion devices. So the it's not looking good. It's not looking good because Google Play Store still has similar agreements for apps published on the platform, but the game so far remains on the Play Store. I don't think this is looking good. The I don't think this is gonna look good, because once this sort of lawsuit escalates, it's not gonna look good for either of the two brands. I've said this before. Apple is really taking too many hits, and they need to start working on resolving issues that don't go to court, because the more they get sued by many brands, the more they start losing money in court, the more they lose cases. Like 2 days ago, they were ordered to pay a fine of $500 million to an optics brand. If Apple keeps losing cases in court and they keep paying fines, damages, charges, and all that, it's going to hurt the brand in the long term, because nobody wants to associate themselves with a brand that keeps having a problem with other brands and that ends in court and them losing a case to the other brand in question. As for this issue in front of me, Epic Games looks to be the one at fault, because they try to boycott a system that was already in place for them to make money from. In fact, they have been using the system for a while now. So I wonder why they would want to boycott, and they claim it's monopoly. For sure, it's monopoly, but what are you going to do about it? If you don't want monopoly, you go build your own OS, go develop your own smartphones, and put your game on those smartphones. But if you're going to be on someone's platform, their app store, and still reside on their devices, you kind of have to play with their rules. Just you kind of have to work with their rules, and no matter how you like it or not, you just kind of have to play ball with their rules, and that's just the simple way this thing goes. There is no hard feeling there. I don't see how this case is going to end well for any one of these guys. And I'll be sure to cover this. If there is any other new report that comes out about this case, I will cover it and I'll bring it to you guys. All you have to do is to subscribe to our channel, like our content, and follow us on social media. I'll see you guys next time.